Hey guys, what's going on? I just finished another weekend of BMOQ. It's March 8th right now, and around 8 p.m. Very tired. We had a lot of tests this week. We had our drill test with rifles, without rifles, and our IE and stoppage drills on our rifles. Yeah. We also had a PC check for a written test. And yeah, there's a lot going on this weekend. We learned about some cool stuff though. We learned about ordnance and mines, which is really interesting. It was along with like IEDs specifically, and yeah, that was really cool. We learned about smoke grenades and different kinds of grenade type things. I know it's not very specific, but I forget the long names for them. There's long names for these things. Very interesting stuff. We also learned about like hygiene in the field, which probably sounds kind of lame, but it's I can see how it is important when you do long exercises, because I don't like feeling gross, and when you're just on your feet all the time, you're like sweating constantly and stuff. It's not gonna be enjoyable unless you find a way to stay clean. So although that might have been a bit dry, I know it was like required, and it will be beneficial in the long run. What else did we do? I don't remember. The last weekend that we had was first aid. I forgot to post that video on time. I'm so sorry. Super busy with school right now. But yeah, so we got first aid trained. Now we're leading up to, getting to the field. Only a couple weekends left. I think it's 2 weekends till we're in the field now. So we're getting close, for sure. So we learned a bit about like map and compass skills as well. So like what did we learn? Sorry, we did this at like the end of today, like 5:30 or something. We basically got these maps, we had our compasses, we were learning how to like, I guess, calibrate them to the magnetic north of 2020. And yeah, I think that's what we were doing. We were also working on like using grid lines and all of that good stuff. Just basic stuff that we need to know how to do. We also did a really cool thing, which was using the SAT trainer, which is so awesome. Like, it was a really good experience. Basically, they have this huge screen and these like not yoga mats, like I guess gym mats, if you can just picture what gym mats are, like that people do, like body weight exercises on, those things. They have like a row of those kind of like angled upwards like this, and then the screen is over here, so you're like firing from here at the screen. And they have like C7 rifles that are like decked out with lasers so that the screen or system receives the feedback of where the bullets actually hit. And they also do they take gas powered like mags, so they actually create like stoppages and stuff. So like a stoppage, for example, when you're out of rounds, so the bolt will be fully to the rear. So with the gas mags, it actually simulates that when the gas pressure decreases, it no longer, is working. You have to change mags. So we were like calling out stoppages, and it was really good, because like we haven't shot like before, right? Well, most of us. Some of us have like personal guns. I personally do not. But we did it from prone, and then sitting, where you're like cross-legged, and then we did kneeling, and we did standing as well, which is really hard. But it was really cool to get like a feel for, how to breathe and the different stability at different positions as well. That was really, like, I didn't realize how big of a difference it was between prone and standing. Like, I know people say that and it's assumed and obvious because you have less points of contact with the ground, therefore like less stability. But it makes a huge difference. But yeah, got a couple, marksmen showing up in our platoon. Not me, but some people were scoring really high, so that's awesome. What else happened? Oh, another thing on that SAT trainer. We did a scenario where there's gas, so instructor went, gas, and we didn't really know this was about to happen, but it did, and we took off our helmets, pulled out our gas masks, because we're always wearing our attack vests for these things, and then we put a gas mask on and then put a helmet back on. So that was interesting. I mean, I wear glasses, like I have contacts, but I just haven't been wearing them for this stuff. So I couldn't really see, but I still got a pretty like, not a good grouping, but not like a terrible grouping, you know what I mean? Grouping's just like, I guess if you shoot like say 5 rounds and they're all relatively close together, that's like a good grouping. If you shoot 5 rounds and they all go right through each other, that's like amazing. That's what you're aiming for. But of course they get like sporadic and stuff. So grouping is like just kind of like if you drew a circle around all of those I'm blanking right now. All of the places where your shots hit your target. That would be like your grouping. And you want to get it really tight, like really small. So yeah, what else did we learn? I'm sure there's more. Just I haven't got a chance to process it yet. Oh, we did a ruck march. My watch said it was about 6K, and we were just walking around the armory. But before that ruck march, we had to weigh our bags, like our small packs. Sorry, I shouldn't say bags, small packs, because we weren't carrying enough weight, and none of us had a good guideline for how much, like, the required weight felt, like how it felt when you actually had it in your hand. So they gave us like this scale thing that we were using. So that helped a lot. We were all much closer to the weight, and it made a difference, I can tell you that much. But yeah, we walked around the armory, and there's like this big hill. I think I've said this before, but there's a big hill behind the armory, and we're doing like laps up the hill, and calling 2 up, which means the back 2 people in the platoon sprint up to the front. So we had increased weight, a longer distance, and a hill. So it was challenging for sure. Like, I think, I don't know, maybe 4 to 7 people dropped out, you know, like breathing problems or just like very, very sore or injured, etc. I finished, so that was really good, even though I felt like I wanted to quit, which I'm sure everyone did at some point, unless they're like really macho. But yeah, it was definitely tiring if you're actually exerting yourself. Like, I was sprinting fast. Like, I was like, okay, like, you get a little break, you know, you're walking, it's not your turn yet. Then you get a sprint up the hill. It's like, let's go. Like, it was really good. Oh, we did 100 push-ups as a punishment, which wasn't terrible, I guess, but wasn't enjoyable. I feel like we did something else that I'm totally forgetting right now. But yeah, like, main things were, you know, your classic inspection, some lectures, testing, so drill tests, our IE and stoppage drills for our weapons, our PC check, the written test. It was about like the environment, different stuff like that. Then we had lecture on like ordnance and mines, which I thought was really interesting because I'm doing combat engineering, right? So we actually like dispose of them and place them as well, as far as I know. So that'll be in my trades course, which I'm curious about. It's really, really interesting. Like, I'm not saying I'm gonna go, you know, I'm not even gonna finish that sentence, but it's also kind of insane how people made this stuff to kill other people, right? So keep that in mind. But it is fascinating because I haven't been exposed to this kind of tech before. Yeah, I passed everything, which was good. I actually had the fastest time. One of the things you have to do for the weapons test is you have to load a magazine with 30 loose rounds. So I had the fastest time. The cutoff point, like, if you fail if you get over 55 seconds. And I had like this nice flow and nice strategy, and I set a time of 33 seconds, which was the fastest in the platoon. Oh yeah, baby. So that was really good. I was happy about that. Yeah, and all of our like for that weapons test, all of our kind of like movements, I guess, you'll know when you actually go through it, they had to be done in under 10 seconds. So that was also, like, it's good to have that kind of pressure so you can learn yourself how you react, because I know like some people failed or forgot something, but it's really just like a learning experience of how well you react and can act under pressure. So that was a good experience. Did everything properly as far as I know. I think that's about it. We're just prepping for field exercises to come. I believe we're doing CBRN next weekend, which is chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear warfare. So we're gonna basically be living in our gas masks. But yeah, they're hard to breathe. It's kind of like sketch, but whatever. So yeah, look forward to that. 2 weeks from now, I think. I should know, but I'm also very tired right now. So yeah, guys, have a great week. I'm probably going to post this on Monday. Sorry about that, but I'm very tired right now. When you run on very low hours of sleep, you appreciate your downtime. So I'll get this video up as soon as I can. And yeah, just have a great week. I already said that, but it's fine. Let me know if you have any questions. I know I haven't been answering recently, but I'm actually, like, I have so many exams to do. I have a lot of schoolwork to do. And I'm not trying to make excuses, you know, but, like, just be patient, okay? There's going to be a time where I'm really active again. I hope that the CFAT stuff that I put up, I really tried to push those out for you guys. I hope they're helping a bit. I hope if you're using armytest.com, I hope it's going well. If it's not, let me know. I have a connection with support, so I can try and get your issues sorted out as soon as possible. Yeah, see you guys.